The former Campbell County judge and school board member whose sex case just won't go away was back today, taking his licks in court this afternoon.
Nolan pleaded guilty in February to human trafficking and unlawful transaction with a minor. But at his sentencing last week, Tim Nolan turned the case on its head, fired his lawyers, and wanted out of the plea. As Local 12's Joe Webb shows us, the case is far from over.
Most criminal defendants show up in court and shut up, but not former Judge Tim Nolan. He's facing 20 years in prison after pleading guilty to 21 sex charges. But even though he's in stripes, he's still a lawyer and still practicing.
Is it possible that I could have the handcuffs off, I have shackles on?
Tim Nolan acted as his own attorney today for a forfeiture hearing on his assets. Judge Kathleen Lape, who is noticeably irked by Tim Nolan, advised him today that he has a fool for a client. Maybe, but after a 5-minute conference with prosecutors, Tim Nolan worked out a deal without a hearing. His assets will be unfrozen, put up for auction, and he will then present the court with 2 payments, adding up to the $110,000 laid out in his plea agreement. But he wasn't done.
There's a difference of opinion on one small item connected to the proposal for a alternative sentence.
The judge will have Tim Nolan and prosecutors submit arguments for alternate sentences that could include probation. That will all be dealt with at the next hearing. Tim Nolan will be back in court on May 4th. They are hoping all the remaining issues will be resolved that day. He might even actually get sentenced. And Judge Lape made it clear today she does not want any more surprises.
I'm not continuing this anymore. The curtains must fall at some point. So, am I perfectly clear? Mr. Nolan, should you choose to hire another attorney, they have to be ready to go. There will be no other excuses. I just got in the game. I just hired him on Easter Sunday. Nothing.
There will be more a month from today. Maybe even some talk about the crimes and the victims. In Newport, Joe Webb, Local 12 News.
Tim Nolan was a Campbell District Judge from 1978 to 1986. He was elected to the Campbell County School Board in 2016 and resigned after he was indicted on the sex charges. Nolan admitted to trading heroin for rent money and sex.